is the Casetify iPhone 12 case, a case I've actually been pretty interested in for a while now, ever since seeing them advertised on Instagram. And when I heard that they had an antimicrobial coating, I wanted to check them out even more. So today we're going to be checking them out and seeing if they're worth your hard-earned dosh or whether you should skip this one. Okay, before we get into it, for the sake of full transparency, Casetify did send me a few of these out for review. However, I made it very clear before they even sent the cases, this will be a 100% unbiased review. So that's exactly what you guys are gonna get. Alright, so first of all, as usual, let's take a look at what you get in the box. In the box, we obviously get the case along with some welcome cards and some antibacterial wipes to make sure your phone and your case are clean. And that's about it. You don't get any junk accessories that are just gonna live at the bottom of your drawer forever, which, to be honest, I actually quite like. I mean, you get everything you need and the packaging does the job. After this, we're gonna be talking about build quality and customization options. In terms of materials, they do feel premium, however, not quite to the degree of something like a mouse case. Now, this may be due to the fact that the plastic does feel a little softer, but they also claim on their website that these can survive a drop of up to 6.6 feet, which realistically, to be honest, is plenty. However, it's nothing crazy like we've seen on some of the other tough cases. That said, the material does still feel premium. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic case from Amazon, and importantly for me, I found that lint from my pocket doesn't get stuck to it. That sucks. Have you ever had that happen to like a cheap silicone case? Yeah, not good. In terms of stretching or warping, I've been using mine for a good few weeks now, and it's been good throughout temperature changes, fiddling, and the occasional drop. The sides are still holding their shape well, and the back is free from any marks, which is always nice to see with a phone case. My iPhone 12 fits very nicely in this case, and I never expect it to fall out, which is what I'd expect from a premium case, so it's nice to see here. In fact, to take it at the case at all, you do have to put a considerable amount of pressure onto your phone, which I actually don't see as a weak point, as again, I do find this is the case for the more durable cases. And honestly, to me, this just seems like a pretty good indicator that it's gonna stay strong throughout ownership. The camera bump is also nicely protected with this little cutout to make sure the camera is flat with the case. And again, while I don't actually think this is as protective as the mouse case, because that thing had a serious indent, whereas with this, it's kind of like it's flush. So I would recommend being careful, especially if you're putting your phone camera side down on like a textured surface. But because of the overall thinner profile of the case, your phone will feel significantly slimmer despite being well protected. And I honestly think that's pretty important, especially if you have a premium phone. In terms of customization options, this is where Casetify cases really shine. If you look on the website, there are a ton of options. My personal favorite being either this airplane ticket one, also these Pokemon ones. However, as I said, if you do go onto the website, there are a plethora of customization options. Yeah, I definitely think that's always good to see. After this, we're going to be talking accessory compatibility. Now, despite the overall thinner profile than the mouse case, I was still unable to get it to fit into that stupid Mavic Air controller. Going slightly off topic for a few seconds, I am very glad DJI finally updated the controller for that line of drones. That said, the Casetify case has worked with every other accessory I've tried it with, which is great. The cutout for the power cable is nice and spacious, and despite the fact that I personally only use official Apple chargers because of the size of the cutout, there should be no issue using third-party chargers. This theme of good cutouts also seems to be carried over to the speakers with good, accurate cuts to avoid blocking any sound. More importantly, because you're actually going to be using this one, the cutout for the mute switch is also great. I've personally had no trouble flicking the mute switch with this case on, and while it's obviously not going to be quite as easy as it is with the case off, I've still had absolutely no problems. In terms of pressing all the other buttons on the phone, like the lock button or the volume buttons, I'd honestly say this is one of the best phone case experiences I've ever had. All the buttons still feel really nice and tactile, only slightly less than not using a case at all, and certainly better than almost every other case I've ever tried, which is awesome. Things like this just lead to an overall more premium feeling for a phone case, so I am glad that Casetify have taken this into consideration. Moving on, we're going to be talking about the feature that got me personally interested in these cases. Of course, it's that antimicrobial coating. Casetify claim that this coating they've dubbed Densify can destroy 99% of bacteria and germs from a phone surface. And unfortunately, I don't have any way of verifying this as I don't own a lab. This is still a pretty cool innovation. I'd personally really like to see more phone manufacturers going in this direction, because if you weren't aware, your phone is dirty. Not just your phone, my phone too, probably. People need to be washing their hands more than they are regardless. But when was the last time you washed your phone? Chances are much longer ago than you washed washed your hands. And so having a phone case that creates a hostile environment for germs is actually pretty cool. And as I said, I would like to see more phone case companies moving in this direction. So honestly, great job, Casetify. Finally, as this is a phone case review, we have got to talk about durability. As I said before, Casetify do claim 6.6 feet, and after all my usage, this case has done great at protecting my phone from drops. As I've said before in my reviews, I don't do ridiculous drop tests, as I personally don't think they're very realistic. Also, I have to buy my own phone, so I can't just drop them until they break. I've generally found that if someone as uncoordinated as me can use this phone case for weeks without any issues, then chances are you should be good. Throughout my testing period, my phone has remained crack and scratch free, and so as long as you're under 6'6", or don't work washing skyscraper windows maybe, you should be totally fine. So, do I recommend these Casetify cases? If you want an awesome looking tough case with that antimicrobial coating, then I would definitely recommend checking them out. However, if you do still want that maximum protection, say you drop your phone from a height all the time, or even that you just want to be really careful of your camera, then I personally do still swing slightly closer towards mouse. But personally, I think even for me, these Casetify cases will do great. Alright guys, so that's it for today. Let me know what you think of these cases with a comment, by the way. Always like reading your comments. As for now though guys, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.